Hey guys, so for the past couple of weeks I have been doing videos on Sunday afternoons where we comment and answer your YouTube comments that you guys send us throughout the week over our YouTube channel. And today Anna's going to join me. We're going to take a look at a few of your comments, see if we can give some answers to those. And anyway, so without wasting any more time, let's go ahead and pull those YouTube comments up here. And let's see. This first comment comes from, we think this is Raul.
Raul? We're
Raul.
not really sure.
Raul Alvarez.
If we're pronouncing your name wrong, we apologize.
We do. I'm going to say it's Raul. I think it's Raul Alvarez. Anyway, Raul writes, do you think Fluker's Repticalcium with vitamin D3 is good for bearded dragons?
So I usually use calcium D3 in the winter time just because in the winter time our dragons are not being brought outside as often. Whereas right now during the spring, summer, and even in the fall months, they're taken outside a couple of times a week. So they are getting natural vitamin D, which is ultimately the best for them. But I also use the calcium D3 about once a week, very sparingly in the summertime, and then I'll increase their calcium intake in the powdered form in the winter time, obviously when it's too cold to bring them outside. So
you're using the D3 in the winter time, and the Repticalcium or the calcium without D3 in the summertime.
In the summertime.
Yeah. And the logic behind that is, again, simply sunlight produces natural vitamin D3 in your dragon. So if you get the opportunity to take your dragons outside, let them get some natural sunlight, the sun will produce vitamin D3 in your dragon. There's no bulb on the market that is going to be that sufficient at producing vitamin D3 as natural sunlight. So,
and luckily where we live, we can let our dragons outside from like March till October. Yeah. It's very warm here. So.
Yeah. So also too, he mentioned there Fluker's Repticalcium. I'll be honest with you, I don't know if there's a difference between like Fluker's and Reptical and some of the other calcium supplements.
Yeah, we use Reptical in case you're wondering.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we use whatever we've got available. I mean, I'm not terribly familiar with the Fluker's brand. I probably have used it. So anyway, I guess one calcium is just as good as another.
Yeah.
So Michelle Knight sent us a message. She said, I just want to say, I'm going to let you read this one.
Okay. I just want to say thank you both for what you do. I'm a new beastie mom of a 3-year-old rescue bearded dragon and have spent a lot of money getting him healthy. Your knowledge is amazing and very helpful. Y'all are much appreciated.
Well, that's very nice.
Well, we appreciate you, Miss Michelle.
Yeah, thank you. That was very nice.
We've been making YouTube videos now for...
a minute?
Yeah, a little while. I want to say maybe like 8 years.
Has it been that long?
Well, I don't think we've been consistent for 8 years. We kind of just posted videos for fun in the beginning, but after a while, we met so many people at the reptile shows, and they would buy bearded dragons from us, and we would tell them everything.
Well, start at the very beginning. In the very beginning, we did it for family members because people would say, "You guys do what? We breed reptiles for a living."
They'd be like, "Huh?"
Huh? So we started doing videos showing family kind of what we do behind the scenes. And then the reptile shows, like you were saying.
Yeah. Well, we made the videos just to help our customers so that if we told them, anything that they needed to know about taking care of the reptiles that we had on the table, that they could go home and look up our videos and kind of refresh their memory. And so we started with, I think, just like some basic care videos on bearded dragons. And now
the leopard geckos.
Yeah, leopard geckos, the Burmese python. Yeah. The one where you teleported through the wall, stuff like that, and so our YouTube page grew, and we really appreciate the comments like this. You guys are just super nice on here, so we really appreciate y'all's support. So thank y'all very much. Absolutely.
We did not expect this channel. I mean, we did probably several videos. We had like 12 subscribers on this channel, and they were all family
members.
They were all family. And then all of a sudden, you and Aubrey, I think, came to me and said, "Hey, we want to do a video on 5 care mistakes for bearded dragons."
Yeah.
We did that video. We had no idea. We walked into a Repticon reptile show in Savannah, Georgia. I remember this, and all of a sudden, people started coming up to us going, hey, you know, I saw you guys on YouTube. I saw you guys on you. And we were like, wow, really? We checked that video. Apparently YouTube got that video and started recommending it to people. Like literally overnight, that video got like 100,000 views. Our subscriber count went from like 12 to like 200 almost in a day. And it's,
we didn't know what to do with ourselves.
Yeah, we didn't know what to do. You know, we
people
went
were coming up like with us on their phone, like, is this you guys?
Yeah. So we had no idea. But anyway, thank you again. Those comments are very nice. We hope we're a help to you guys. That's the purpose of us doing this channel. And we just like to have fun together as a family too. And yeah, I was telling your mom the other night, we have pretty much documented via YouTube you and Aubrey's childhood, especially yours, growing up. Yeah. You know. So anyway, Red's Aquarium. Next question from Red's Aquarium, and he writes, hi, I have a bearded dragon and was wondering about the difference between a coil bulb and long ones for UVB. Red, I'm going to give you a quick, simple answer. The long bulbs will illuminate much more of your cage and they will disperse the UVB rays throughout the entire terrarium. The coil bulbs are not going to light up with UVA lighting. You're not going to have as much light throughout your terrarium, and the UVB is going to be isolated to a smaller area. Now, years ago, those coil style UVB bulbs got a bad reputation because 10, 12 years ago, they were horribly made. There was some problems. They gave reptiles some eye problems. There were some issues with them, with bearded dragons with them. There was insufficient UVB, and there were things. And so as a result of that, these bulbs really got a bad reputation. However, that's old information. If you're reading that online, that's not about some of the bulbs that are produced now. In fact, we carry and we use and sell a brand on our website that is the same brand of UVB bulbs that we use here at our facility. We do use the coil bulbs. The technology and the UVB produced by those bulbs is far better than what it was a decade ago. So, you know, don't steer away from them because of 10-year-old information. Now, that being said, the one thing that I do like about, I guess if we're doing a comparison, the thing I like about the tube light is in a display cage, like you were mentioning earlier. Looks really nice with the tube light because it spreads the light throughout the cage. If you have one of those dual light fixtures where you can screw two bulbs in the same one, what you can do is put your basking bulb and your UVB bulb side by side. In that case, you're going to need to use that coil type. That way, when your bearded dragon is basking, he's also getting the benefits of the UVB that is produced by that bulb. That is one benefit of it. You can get the UVB and the basking all in one location with the coil bulb, but you don't get the nice, thorough throughout the entire cage that you get with the tube style lighting. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and say this though. There is no bulb on the market that is going to be as good or as sufficient as natural sunlight. So when you can use natural sunlight for your dragons, by all means, certainly do so. Now, I want to go to this next one here, and I'm going to read this. This is from Angel Speaks. And Angel writes to us and says, can you help? First time owner, and my bearded is slaughter my skin. My bearded is slaughter my skin from his nails. I used baby clippers. He lets me cut 1 foot, but then he mad.
He mad.
He mad. Ha ha, so I leave him alone. It's probably a good idea. Can you help? I have lots of trees and all he climbs on. I figured that helps, but nope. I think they get sharper. Laughing out loud. Help, thanks. So I guess what she's saying is I think her bearded dragon's tearing her skin up. Her bearded dragon's
scratching her, and she doesn't want it to hurt her, I guess.
What can we do? Can we help her?
Okay, well, first, let me just say I can understand completely because for the past year, I have been struggling with contact dermatitis, which is eczema on your hands. And so I've been having to pay, I mean, I have got it under control now. I've been able to heal it naturally and just kind of figure out what triggers flare-ups. And interestingly enough, my bearded dragons actually do cause flare-ups because whenever I'm holding them, they're grabbing onto my skin, usually my hands or my arms, and they're just trying to hold on. And because I don't clip any of my dragon's nails, a lot of times they'll scratch me, not meaning to, they're just trying to hold on. And those scratches will itch really bad on my skin. So usually if I hold my dragons, I wear gloves or I'll wear like a long sleeve so that if they crawl up on my arm, it's not getting to my skin. It'll just be clipping, it'll just be crawling around on the fabric. And that's usually what I do when I hold them. So you can do the same. If you don't like them scratching you, just wear a long sleeve, wear gloves, do something like that. And you can cut the dragon's nails if you want to. You just want to be super careful that you're not cutting off the entire claw. You want to cut just the very, very tips of the sharp edge of the nail. And then you can also, we have a...
Well, let me ask you, before we talk about that, I'm going to ask you a question here. Now, you said the dragons kind of set off your eczema or whatever, or were a, what do you call it, a trigger for eczema. And there's a lot of people that struggle with that, psoriasis or whatnot. But did that happen to you back when we used tile? We're not using tile now because all of our dragons now are in display type cages. But back when we used the big tubs and we had ceramic tile, did you notice their claws were sharper?
Well, no, but I also didn't notice that like a lot of things were triggering my skin back then. So,
so I'm going to give you a tip. Last week, somebody told me that I was old school. I'm going to turn just a little bit so I can get it here. I'm going to show this. I'm going to show you guys an old school trick that we have used many, many times here. Ceramic tile. If you get this, put it inside your bearded dragon cage. We like tile for a couple reasons. Number one, it's easy to clean. Number two, you can disinfect it very, very simply just by wiping it with water, warm water, and a cloth. We like the fact that when a ceramic heat bulb sits above the top of this, it heats this up too. So then when your dragon lays on it, not only do they get the warmth from the bulb, but this is warm and it gives them a nice, good belly warmth, help them aid in digestion. But the other thing we like about these, if you flip them upside down, this is like one of those things you girls use to get your...
It's like a nail file.
Fingernail. Yeah, there you go, like a nail file. If you put this upside down in your dragon's terrarium, and what you can do is, you can play games with your dragons like fetch the super worm. Throw the super worm on here and let your dragon run across and catch it. You can put some food over here, some food here, here. Have your dragon walk around the various places to get his food. As he's moving around on this abrasive side of the tile, it will naturally file his nails down. So if you use tile in your cages, you can feed them on this rougher side of it. That'll help file their nails down and so forth. So there's a little tip for you, kind of an old school trick that we used to use. So hope that'll help you out there, Angel, and thank you for your comment. So guys, we're going to wrap it up. I'm going to go ahead and close this YouTube window out. We're going to go ahead and wrap this up, and hope this video comes out good. This is like the third time we've tried to actually film this. We sometimes it's the smallest little thing, like, oops, I forgot to plug the microphone
in.
See,
okay. We all do it.
We hope this is the one we're going to go with. So thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in our next video.
Bye, y'all. You didn't click it.
I didn't click it.